everyone, and welcome back to East Coast Mom Life. I'm Vanessa, and today I'm here to chat with you about what I like to call our banking files. What I mean by that is how we organize our online banking with the different accounts that we do have in order to keep track of our money and all of our bills and finances that we do have. Now, this is something that I started actually when I was 19 years old. So when I was 19, I got my first car. And of course, with a car, it was new and it came with a car payment. Now, what my mother encouraged me to do at that time was to set up a different account other than my savings, because that's what I had at the time as a student. So to set up a whole other account where just my car payment came out of, and nothing else. So car payments, no other bills. So each pay, I would be able to put that money aside into that account for my car payment and not have to worry when it came time for the payment. So that's what I did, and it worked great. So then when it came time for my first mortgage at 21, I did the same thing again. I set up another account for my mortgage and nothing else came out of that account, only my house payment. So once again, when I would get paid, I would transfer my house payment into that account, not even think about it, and it would come out automatically, and I was done with it, which was great. So now we are a family of 4, and we have a lot more bills, but we've continued with the same principle and same idea of multiple bank accounts. So now actually we have 10 bank accounts, which to some of you is going to seem ridiculous, but I'm a very visual person. It keeps things organized for me. I can sign in and see everything and see exactly how much we have for each savings area and things like that. I'm going to briefly go over what we have. Now, obviously, if you're going to follow this idea, you may not need 10, you may only need 3 or 5. It all depends on your own situation, and who knows, you might even need 15. Now, we're lucky with the bank account that we do have. We have unlimited of the types of accounts that we have set up, so they're high interest savings, and I can set up any for free, so that's why I can do all of these different accounts, and it's not any extra cost to us, and it's not going to affect anything. So the different accounts that we have our main checking account. It's the account that we access every day, both of our pays go into, and we can both see that's what we use to buy all of our everyday things, and that's our main account. So that works great, and it works out too that my husband and I have opposite week pays, so every week we have a pay coming in, which actually is working out really well. So then we have still the same car account that I originally set up when I was 19. It's still on the go, and now we have both my van payment and my husband's truck payment come out, along with all of our insurance. So what I did, as insurance keeps rising, I ended up splitting that insurance in half of what we would pay each month. So every pay I put in half into that account with our truck and van payments, so that I know when it comes time for that insurance payment, the money's there, I don't even have to think about it, and it all comes out of that account. We still have the house account, so it's now 3 different mortgages later, and it's the same account, and our mortgage comes out of that account. So once again, we get paid, I put our mortgage payment in there. So those are taken care of. Now, what else we have are other savings accounts. So these are things that I look at as something I put automatic money into for different reasons, and I look at them as our bills as well, because I'm saving for certain things. We have goals in mind, so I don't even question if I should put that money in or not, or let's buy something extra instead. It's a bill in my mind, so it goes into those accounts. So first, for those accounts, I have, let's see here, 4 different for those general ones. So we have our power account. So every week, we get paid every week, I put a payment into our power account to build up that account, so that we have lots of money in there to pay our power come the winter months, because in the summer we're not going to spend as much, so it will build up as we go. Now, before I get the comment below, yes, I do know about budget billing. So in Nova Scotia, we can do something called budget billing with our power company, where it's basically the same idea. Every month you pay a set amount, and then it will build up for the summer months so that you can have that money for the winter months. Now, this way, I like to be able to control what my amount is each month, and what I like to think too is if an emergency were to come up, I have money in there that I can pull from, and there's cash that we can access if needed. This just works from us, so It's in that other account. We don't touch it. I don't even think about it. So yes, I do know about budget billing. This is just our version. I also set up a property tax account. So our property tax is not in our mortgage, unfortunately. I wish it was. But here in Nova Scotia, they don't allow property tax to be included in your mini home mortgage. So for those that don't know, on the East Coast, we call them a mini home. In the States, I believe you call them a modular home or a trailer. I think there's different names, a single wide. There's different names for it. Basically, it's just one long house. So 16 by 72, and that's our house. And for some reason, property tax is allowed in it. So we save up our property tax. So when we get those 2 bills a year, we can just pay them. And then I also have our Christmas account. So we have a set amount that we've discussed that we want to save up by November so that we can do all our Christmas shopping with cash. So each month I set a certain amount aside, and then if we have some extra cash, I'll throw it in there as well so we can get to that amount sooner. And it works for us. So I know that money's there come Christmas shopping time, which I know we don't want to think about yet, but it's going to be here before we know it. And this way we don't have to worry about trying to pay off Christmas in the new year. So we already have the cash for it. We thought it through. We planned for it. Now we also have what I call our everything savings. So in this account, it's kind of a mismatch of everything. So it's anything else that we are saving for. So we both have kind of some side gigs that we do. So any extra cash from that, we throw into that account. When I get any travel expense from work, I throw that into that account. Any extra money that comes in for whatever reason into that account, like my husband's overtime or things like that, it all goes in that account for different reasons. So we save for whatever is on our mind at the time. An example is we're saving for gravel for the summer for our driveway. We're saving for some repairs we need to do to my van. So we have the money in there. We're also saving for a new computer as we are needing one. So all that money is in there. And to keep track of that, I actually keep a little spreadsheet, a piece of paper and a pen. I write it all out, what we're saving for and all the money in and out of each little section to keep it simple. Now I did have all the other accounts together that everything's savings, but it ended up being just too much to try to keep track of. So now having a separate account for everything, that power, property tax, and Christmas is making things so simple. Now we also have accounts for our kids. So both of my children have their own account. We set up a children's account for each, and any extra Christmas money, birthday money, any holiday money, or just anything that relatives give to them, we'll put it in those accounts to help pay for different extracurricular, or if they're saving for something else, that it's not just changing their piggy bank. Now we do, and that's not for their education, I should point out, we do have RESPs or registered education savings plans in place for both of them. So this is just their savings accounts for their spending on whatever it is that they need to spend money on, not their education. Now, other than that, I think that is about our main accounts. So like I said, there is quite a few there. We do have 10 total. Oh, we do have one more. I missed one. Sorry, guys. We do have our emergency fund. So in that, it is money that we both can access on a whim whenever we need it and at last minute. So it's only if an emergency comes up and we need to pay for it right away. It's not something we can save for. We have money that we can access, and we have a set amount that we have in there right now, and we would love to build it up. But for right now, we're sticking with what we have. So it works for us. Now, like I said, this just keeps things organized. I hope you take some great tips from this. It's just a way that you're not gonna spend the money that you're saving. If you look at those accounts as you can't touch them, you can't access them, they're just a bill you have to put into, then you're not gonna spend anything out of those accounts because you can't just access them right away. You have to sign in to access them. It's not like taking your debit card and using them, which is what we would find, a little extra in your account. Oh, well, let's go out for supper, let's buy that extra case of beer, or let's just go shopping, whatever it may be. Now the money's not there because we are actually putting it where we need to put it. And then we don't have to think about it because our money is going to where we tell it has to go, not to just where we want it to go. Like those extra little spending things. So it's where we need it to go at the time. Like I said, I hope this helps some of you. If you have any questions on how we do this, please put it in the comments below and I will try to answer the best I can. I am not a financial expert. This is just what works well for us, and I want to share a few little tips with you on what we like to do with what I call our banking files. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like this video below so that I know that you are liking these different kind of videos. I like to share any tips and tricks that I have to save us money and time and just, within our busy life here on the East Coast. Please don't forget to subscribe. I have lots more of exciting content to come, and I hope you all all are enjoying the spring weather. Bye, guys.